What's up, everybody? I'm here because I found the 2 keys to success that everybody can apply to their personal life and their professional life without any disruption to what they already have going on. You see, the first key is perseverance, the ability to keep moving forward, to be steadfast in your commitment to move towards your next goal, regardless of setbacks, regardless of how many times you get pushed down, and regardless of how hard life gives you roadblocks that you have to overcome. Perseverance is the ability to keep moving forward. If we refuse to move forward, or if we give up, then we fail. And we do not fail until we have no other options than to give up. And we all know that in many cases, giving up is a choice. It's never actually the only option left. So failure is giving up, but perseverance, refusing to give up, to remain steadfast in that commitment towards your next goal. Driving forward. Always forward. Keep that in mind. Perseverance. The second huge factor in success is to not make desperate decisions. All right, desperation causes us to make decisions based on immediate needs without clearly thinking of all of the consequences versus the reward. So as a personal trainer, a desperate decision would be to take every client and collect their first month's of dues and put food on the table. But if they all quit after the first 3 weeks, then I'm stuck in the same scenario that I was 3 weeks prior, aren't I? I now have no food to put on the table for the next month. I got bills to pay and no money to pay them, and I desperately need more clients. Now this creates a perpetual loop where what I need has to be done immediately. So I take anybody I can. Now, the way I truly do things is I look for people that are going to work well with me. People who are going to be able to listen, do what needs to be done, and make a commitment towards their goals and let me guide them. Now, those types of clients are clients that I have for life. They're the people who work with me week in, week out, and refuse to change their regimen or trainer or their routine unless it's small little changes that we can work through together. Now, the small difference here is that a non-desperate decision in my situation would be to only take clients that I can work with when I have an off feeling about certain clients to not bring them in. Now, this is really key because when you think clearly through all of the possible outcomes based on some of the decisions that you make, you'll realize that certain decisions come with extra heartache, struggle, dependencies that you're not really comfortable with. Now, to say yes, even though you know it's a bad choice, but you feel like you have to say yes, is a desperate decision. Don't make those. All right? Don't say yes because you feel that you absolutely have to. All right? Even in a promotion situation, if you don't feel like you're going to be the person for the job, or if you're not going to be happy, if your gut decision tells you don't do it, chances are everything that's telling you that this is wrong is right. And when you say yes, you put yourself in a position to fail, to have to give up. And that is another aspect of a desperate decision. Now we look at people like Steve Jobs, who's always striving for excellence, who's always striving to push forward and refuses to compromise. Now, he refused to compromise so much that he didn't have to worry about a desperate decision. And we'll use the Apple's Mac 2. When it came out, it was a huge success with the consumers. Now the fact is that he could have pushed it out much faster. He could have gotten it to the population much quicker, but he refused to not release it until it was to what exactly he wanted, because he knew that that's what the people would work with. He knew that's what the population wanted. He knew that what his consumers were looking for. Now, if the other people had pushed a few products out prior, and he could have made the desperate decision to make a few sacrifices and push it out just to get it out the door. But he didn't. He refused to do that. He remained steadfast to his commitment, and he refused to make that desperate decision just to remain in a race. Because when he finally entered the race, he won. Guaranteed, hands down. And so we have to remember all of those tiny little nuances that come up. They're going to influence our ability to make decisions. And we have to be sure that we're not making a decision out of desperation. That's it. Don't make desperate decisions and be steadfast towards your goals. Can't really go wrong, personal life or professional. See ya.